Morning. In my chat. Something in Belfort on there. Ah. Interesting day today. YouTube. We've opened like inside the range, but it doesn't even look like we have because the the range is so massive. How far is it from? I don't have a measure tool, so I can't be bothered. I'll just use this. About 70 points, give or take. Yesterday's value area. So we're probably looking for some sort of a rotational move, if I'm being honest. There was a really clean short off open from overnight value area high, previous week's value area low. Really nice short, the stack levels, not something that I would take. I'm trying to be solely focused on A rated setups, which means they need to have 3 confluences, not 2. 2 is still good. If it was 2 confluences plus like the context from reading just like the day in general, then I would take it probably, but that's where a bit more discretion comes into the fold. There you go, got shadow. I actually probably could. How is this going to make it look weird on OBS if I do this? Let's see. Yeah, made it look weird. Never mind. Just trying to adjust my where I have stuff on my monitors. Fucked it up. It's something that I'll do in my own time. News is the news. Probably not. Oh wait, yeah, 10 AM PMI. Of course. Yeah, 10 AM PMI. We've already moved quite a lot, I think, in the, well, not in the overnight, but yesterday, obviously, which kind of ranged overnight, so pretty balanced. You can see the Globex profile there is pretty evenly. You probably can't see it because it's just off screen, but fairly evenly distributed Globex profile compared to yesterday's pointy ass profile. Breakout of that overnight value area high, previous week's value area low level would be real nice, to be fair, for a long. Something like that. Do like a 8-point stop around about. 7.5 point stop. I'd probably be happy with that, to be honest. Oh, it's an 8 ATR. Maybe a bit more of a stop then. Go for like 10-point stop then. 46. What's this previous week's area low? 5575, yeah. So if we do get a long, I imagine it'll look something like that, given how volatile the day looks. I haven't turned the music down. Yeah, I've seen Tradeovate. Yeah, Tradeovate's had some issues today, huh? Crashed when I went long, of course it did. It's only right. Let's get my developing profile in here. Where is 930? Is it this candle? Yeah. Nope, wasn't that candle. I think it was. No, yeah, it was. It jumped it onto the last one. There we go. So yeah, breakout of that range, and I'll take that long there. Actually, I probably would put my stop just behind this POC node, so 47. Just a little bit tighter. So that's a trade idea. Obviously, we have 10 AM news, so anything could happen. Trade ripped over 100 points too. Jesus. I mean, it's a volatile market at the minute, innit? Most British sounding man on YouTube, on trading YouTube. We move like 100 points in a minute, innit? Volatile day, innit? We can move so much in a minute, innit? Yeah, newbie going crazy. What's NQ doing? NQ's at the bottom end of value. Is this? Yeah, that's my previous day's value real low. Not gonna bother. That's actually, NQ was real clean over that overnight. Look at that. During London, went up, tested the previous day's point of control and rejected very, like, look at that. I bet there was like a damn near perfect sell around 3 AM. Wow, look at that. From the previous day's point of control. Let me just see what the high of that candle is to see if it is exact. The high was 25,500 in the POC. Oh, it fell short by a tick there. Wow, that'd have been real unfortunate. But yeah, super clean. You can clearly see that price went up to try and test previous day's value and failed there. Ran all the way down and now came back up, fell just shy of it. And now ran back down all the way to value area low. Opened at the bottom end of value. So that's interesting. NQ is very obviously, well, really it's a decision point here really, whichever way we break out. If we break out lower convincingly enough, then obviously we're going to be trending even lower on the day, most likely. But if we can defend the value area low of the previous day, it's really all about which side of this it's going to accept. Is it going to accept and come back into the previous day's value, accept the previous day's auction type of day? Or are we going to go into discovery mode where we just break away, maybe retest? It is kind of already retesting it, but yeah, that's my thoughts on NQ. That ES move is kind of, I mean, ES is kind of doing the same thing, just on a very smaller scale since it's doing it with the overnight session. We still have the previous day's low, value area low, all the way down there on ES at like 69.12 for the previous day's low on ES. So a short is favorable on ES from there. Again, I think I would just put my stop somewhere behind the POC here to be safe. If I was shorting from there. What's that value area low? 41 even, so yeah, probably go for, honestly, something like that. Big old stop. It's like a 12-point stop, basically. I'd probably nudge that. Yeah, we do it. We put it there. That's fine. I'd be happy with that. if we break out. The buy was awesome off value area low, nice. I'm in the office at work, so might not be able to interact. Look at you, good luck in this. No worries, Mr. Dom P. Got 5 minutes to wait until news, and then we'll see what news does. If it spikes us off in a direction, it makes it a little bit clearer. But at the minute, it's just kind of playing either side of this overnight range. We literally haven't touched, I believe. We literally haven't touched the previous day's value area levels on ES, like, at all, since they were formed today. Because they were formed, like, around here. Yeah, around 4 PM. So we literally have consolidated between the previous day's point of control and the previous day's value area low overnight. So it'll be interesting to see if what we do if we, like, even get to any of those previous day levels, really. Will be interesting. But good luck, good trading, boys. Good luck, good trading. We saw a little POC test there. Very clean little POC test. Like I say, nothing for me to do for the next 4 minutes until news hits and my trading window begins. It's pretty flat on the day, actually, interestingly enough. I've recorded a video about the my Excel journal spreadsheet thing that I do to track my trading performance. So I'm gonna get that edited and posted probably like Friday, Saturday. And you might have a week of no actual long form video or stream. Then I'll come back with a bang. Because I fly to Bangkok on Monday. So I've got 5 days. Which feels very weird. I'll be gone for about 2 months, give or take. Byland? I tried saying Bali and Thailand in the same word then. Just said Byland. Thailand and Bali for a couple months. Shall be fun. So use code KAICAP so I can stay in a really nice fucking villa. That's all I'll say. Yeah, so it looks like we are getting this breakout, quite possibly. I imagine NQ is doing the similar sort of thing with value area low here. Oh wow, look at that value area low retest. Clean that time. Came back up, kind of wasn't sure, broke away, retested, and yeah, wow. See what this news does in a minute, if it spikes us back up one more time, or if it just plummets. Sorry, I've not played my accounts for a couple days. Scuzzman, come on. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm not even living paycheck to paycheck. I'm living from Scuzzman purchase to Scuzzman purchase. We have some high impact news in 2 minutes, Scuzzman. Sounds like a full port to me. Joking, I'm joking. Don't blow your fucking account. Ooh, little crack. I wanna run away. No, you very much can't, Scuzzman. You very much can't. I'm a very lucky man. Don't know if there's many other places that you'd be... Bali and Thailand is just such a nice place to go for that long because you know that you're not going to spend like shitloads of money, obviously. It's a very cheap place to be, which is the only reason that I can be there for so long, really. All around Southeast Asia, like Vietnam is another one that kind of is slowly appealing to me, so I might go there at some point, but here's news. Vietnam's just in a little bit of a nicer place for the New York AM session. It's like an hour earlier, because I'll be trading at night over there, but not like anything crazy. It'll be like 10 p.m.-ish. So it will be like late, but nothing like when I was in Australia like a year ago, I was trading the New York AM session. So my session would start at like, God, what time would my session start? Like 12:30 at night? Something crazy like that. I want to, no, was it that late? Or was it a bit earlier? I think it was that late, you know. I think I was literally trading at like past midnight. Or at midnight, I don't know, I can't even remember now. Or maybe my session started at like 11:30. That sounds a bit more. I was in Queensland in Australia. No, I didn't take him either, Diego. Super clean. Super clean overnight value area high in previous week's value area low shorts, and then super clean POC test there, which obviously none of them are like A plus, or I keep saying A plus even though it's just A. Like I don't know why. I always end up saying A plus. But yeah, none of them were A rated setups. If we can retrace, if we start retracing up, I will short from overnight value area low. It's just really just a prayer and a hope that it retraces at this point. If it runs off, then nothing to be done. Took a short position, but closed it 10 seconds before the news came out. That's some risky business right there. Especially with the red folder. I mean, PMI isn't like one of the big three. The big three to me are FOMC, like the Fed rate announcement, non-farm payroll, and CPI. They're the big no-nos. And PPI, really. PPI is like pretty much CPI. They come out in the same week anyway, like a day after each other. Previous day's value area low just got tagged and it spiked a little. You know what? I haven't loaded up today, so I'll just start loading it now, the heat map. I haven't looked at the heat map today at all. Big block of orders down there at 9:05, which, I mean, realistically, I have nothing to do now if we go lower. Like, my only hope is we retrace up here, which would be nice. Yeah, super clean little reaction from previous day's value area low. Not super clean, but yeah, volatility is insanely high. I know that Top Step put some restrictions in place as far as like gold and silver and stuff like that, because they're so volatile. They've yet to place those restrictions on in the index futures like ES and NQ, but make no mistake, we are in volatile conditions. Especially as New York AM traders. We like to live life on the edge. Edge. 22 years old, I still have voice breaks. And I just spilled water on myself. I really am a child at heart. If we start building up volume at this previous day's value area low, that's giving me the idea that we are just going to be a rotational sort of day from this point. You can see that we didn't really build up much volume between like where all this price action was in here. We didn't really build up any volume there, and we are now starting to build up some volume here. So if we do, then a long, honestly, would be an idea from previous year's value area low. If we mess around here for a little bit, build up some volume, and then do a little small move back higher. I do also still like that short from up at overnight value area low. I think I honestly might prefer that idea to the long, just because it's such a... It's not exactly a down day. We've had a down, first half an hour of the session, so... I kind of want to flip long if we do, like, I'll see how this node develops. I just need the camera with my knee. What else do you need a camera with? Camera? Microphone. Oh my god, I'm all over the fucking place. But yeah, if this node can pop out a little. But yeah, super clean reaction from that previous value area low there. That was the first tap of the day, remember? So it's kind of... When it's the first tap of those levels, they almost have like an extra bit of potency. But obviously we normally hit all of them overnight since they were formed. I guess you could argue like it's the first tap, like even if we have hit them overnight after 9:30, the next time we hit them, it's like kind of almost the first tap again, you know, because it's like the following regular trading hours session, and those levels are based off of regular trading hours positions and traders. So there is that. Like, I wonder how influential the comparison between the two is, like the Globex levels and the overnight levels, because it'd be interesting to see like if the previous day levels, the regular trading hours based levels, work better in the regular trading hours session, like the next following one, and then the same for the Globex levels. These Globex levels, I wonder if when we get into Globex like later tonight, if these levels, like in general, not like specifically today, in general, if like the overnight levels are better used during Globex hours, since that is the auction that those levels were based off of, if that makes sense. A continuity type thing. Doesn't make... I mean, it makes sense, obviously, because it is part of the auction, but it makes more sense in my head to compare regular trading hours auction-based levels to the regular trading hours, and to compare the Globex auction levels to the Globex session. At least, like, with a little more... I'm debating whether or not to get into this trade. I don't know. I feel like I should, because it is a A-rated setup, really. We have a node, we have overnight value area low, we have overnight point of control. My stop is safely behind the POC, so the only way I'm wrong is if we are literally going the other way on the day. But how much should I be scared about this kind of reaction we've had from previous days value area low? I don't know, but I'm gonna put the order in there. 41, 2 micros at 41. Limit sell 2, and then stop at 53.75. Because we haven't really made much of a node, like a high node in here. If we had started making like sharp nodes in this sort of area, then I would have been more worried about this short. But seeing as like the volume up here is a bit more meaningful, hopefully we'll be alright. I did kind of want to enter like around here, around this low volume node kind of edge of this node, but yeah, that's just a bit too like far down really for me to feel comfortable with my stop loss. Like my stop loss, I only feel comfortable with my stop where it is there. above the point of control. Looks like we're about to get filled though. Quite possibly. Good luck at trading, boys. If I do get filled, my break-even point would be 28.50. 29.75 would be my break-even point. If filled, let's see. Let us seeth. I took a long for 50% retrace. Trader well, Trader Vade's back working now. Nice. Good luck to you, Mr. P. Like I say, I'm going to find it interesting to see how this trade plays out. I'm taking it just because everything is there. We've got stacked levels. Overnight point of control, overnight value area low. Fell like... I didn't check the heat map, actually. It doesn't really... not much there, anyway. That fell... a tick short of me. And... would have basically been break-even already. So that's fun. Twice in a row that's happened. Well, that's even worse. That was one tick short. Yesterday we got 2 ticks short and then I had to wait for 45 minutes. But I was thinking that could be something that happened because look how big that little chunk of that node is. Like there. It would still be... I would still be in that trade. Maybe I'll get filled there. Yeah, now we're filled. Target was what? 28.50. 53.75. Let's see. Let's see. I'll hide these now because they annoy me. That's a little bit, I just realised that's like a point too high. It needs to be 53.5. It hit and I'm done. Hell yeah, Mr. Wiz. Missed my value area low NES by a bit, but it was a risky long for me. Yeah, well, it hit mine, like I say. Hit my value area low pretty nicely. Getting ready to move break even here. About 3 points away from break even. Ooh, just kissed it. Trying to kiss my break even. Come on, kiss it. You little bugger. Kiss it. Ah, it's coming back up to get me. How low did that get? I got 2 ticks away from my break even point, that did. Little bastard. It did hit value area low of the current session, but I'm still gonna let it ride. Hopefully we don't get like that worst possible outcome where it just spins and goes against me again. But clearly, I've clearly got somewhat of a read here because we are getting a reaction. It's not quite been enough yet. If I had a tighter stop, it would have been. So maybe I'm a little bit large on the stop. How big was my stop? 41 to 53.5. 12.5 point stop on a 8 average true range day. Let's see if it does it again here. It's really fighting in a little range there. Come on, just pop it a little bit lower. Come on, just a little bit lower. God, taking the tease. 2 ticks away again. It got 2 ticks away from getting me a break even twice. What's the heat map look like? Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary. Did that actually get a tick lower than, at least on the mini? Low, yeah, that got a tick lower than that candle on the mini. On the micro it didn't, it was the same on the micro. A little bit of a tick variance between the mini and the micro. Probably almost going to get like an entire POC shift here, maybe. If we stay here long enough, we will. But what I want to know is who's cursing me? Who's doing it? I know it's one of you boys. It's fucking one of yous. 2 ticks away from me getting break even twice. That's not a coincidence. Someone's playing with me. I'm not a fan. Why does this look so weird? There we go, that's better. Someone is toying with me. I will find out who. Palms sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. Palms are sweaty. A little bit of ASMR. My palms do be sweating. Alright, this time you're gonna give me break even, right? I do normally like feel a little bit of like a heart sort of thing sometimes. Not during this trade. I think I'm getting a little better and better at not feeling that sort of like chest like dun 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 sort of stress. Sweaty palms is a pretty common thing for me to get, so it doesn't really bother me. I got 3 ticks away. Someone is really playing with me here. I'm just gonna keep my hand off the mouse because every time I put my hand near the mouse to like get ready to move to break even, it just pops back up. So I'll just keep my fucking hand away from it. Honestly, I'll just wait until I confidently see it hit break even. It's because I want to be like, as soon as it hits that, I get break even. But realistically, I may as well just wait for it to confidently do it. Confidently. Okay, that got it. See? I didn't hold my hand on the mouse, and then it did it. That should have been TP, shouldn't it not? That must have got like 2 ticks off. Low 29. My order's at 28.50. What's that low on the micro? Yeah, 29. 2 ticks off. Oh well. Hopefully it don't come back up to break even now. That break even is a little bit tight. I normally put it 2 ticks into break even, so we'll just nudge that up a couple ticks just to be safe. That's my normal. I normally, when I go break even, I just go 2 ticks into profit to cover commissions, etc. That way I don't have to factor in, like when I'm tracking my performance, I just put the raw dollar amount of like what the raw dollar amount was in the trades, because any break even, which gets put down as 0, actually would have been like $5 to $10 of profit, and that basically covers commissions. So I don't really need to factor them into my overall like analysis. But this is being the most stubborn trade I think I might have ever taken, honestly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this does go break even. It looks like it might here. Palms still be sweating. Even on break even, palms still sweating because I don't want to lose, quote unquote, lose money. Technically, I'm making a $5, so. It's just when it gets that close to a TP, you know? Yeah, it's going to break even. Flip. Must have done right. It's going to break even and run to take profit now. Which is, like, if it does, it's purely just, it's just unlucky. Followed my rules exactly. No execution error from my side. Simply unfortunate. Insane volatility, yeah. Like, how big were my stops then? I think I had a 12-point stop either side. Like, 12-point stop loss, 12-point TP. Let me see. 12.5. 12.5 point stop loss in TP. Let's watch how this plays out before I consider taking anything else. I will still take another trade since that one break evened. I'm still allowed to take another. I'm swapping, well, I'm not really swapping anything. I'm just kind of refining. Looks like you'll let it breathe nicely. Yeah, definitely, for sure. For sure. I only moved to break even when, like I should have, per my rules. 90% of the target. What was I going to say? Yeah, so by analyzing my trade results, I very rarely take 2 trades a day. And my risk, like per trade, allows me to trade twice. So what I'm going to do on the accounts that I can, which at the moment is like 1, almost 2, is up my risk. So on 3 of my 5 XFAs, I'll risk $150 per trade. On the day, like, well, $150 on the day basically, and it's like 1 trade and done. If I win the first one, I can still take another, but just reduce risk slightly, so I'm not gonna like give all the money that I made back. But like I say, I very rarely take more than 1 trade a day. And then on a couple of accounts, the risk per trade will be upped to $200 a day. Yeah, previous day value area low is shooting us up. So it kind of stalled there, and then it finally broke. Almost made money in that little stall, but now we are most definitely breaking. I would consider a long, honestly. Potentially. From, if we break the overnight value area high, I would consider a long in this area. Stop behind like this node. Which would give me, yeah, 10-point stop. I'm okay with that. Monitors froze, monitors froze, monitors froze, technical difficulties. Un momento, por favor. There we go, we're back. So yeah, long from overnight value area high. I'm not really interested in taking a short there. I'd rather see that break. So this was trade 1, and we'll just... I'll just... what do I do? I'll lower the stop loads and the TP loads and just move it over here. That was trade 1, which was a break even. And then this is a potential trade 2 over here that we're waiting on. Like I say, I'm more interested in seeing this break to the upside. Since we got that such a clean reaction from previous day's value area low, I'm of the context now that we're going for previous day's point of control. So I want to see this, basically. I still had the right read here. Like we absolutely got a reaction there, so it was a correct trade to take. Had enough confluences. It's a very active session today, even though we've barely touched. Like that's the first previous day level we touched on the session, and we've had like I feel like we've had a pretty active day here as far as levels. Like I just got in and out of that trade, and now we'll see how this goes. But it looks like I might get another one already. Do I let this breathe just a little bit more on the stop? Come like down here. That's like another 12-point stop. And then I basically have to get to point of control. I kind of honestly prefer it just because it safely puts me behind this POC node. So the average true range changed? 8.1, so yeah, not really. I need to be 10 minimum. 12 is kind of safe. And this is 12. My last one was 12 and a half. So I think we will do that. If we get it. It did just bounce right off of it though. Any trades from you, Diego, or any other volume profile traders we got in the chat? I know Mr. Wiz has been messing around just a little bit. But what about anyone else? Clean A rank short. From previous week's value area low? I'm not so sure, to be honest, with you, Diego. And I can see what you see, because we do have a drop-off in volume there, which I believe is your, like, adding as your third confluence. I'm not so sure it's as clean there, just because it's not... I mean, there is obviously a drop-off in volume, so it is there. But it was a pretty tight stop loss you would have had to had. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Is if you were going to short from that previous week's value area low, yeah, you would have literally needed like a 7-point stop, which is a little bit tight today. Obviously, you basically top ticked it, so it would have been fine, but you didn't know it was going to do that. What was the high there? 55. Did it even touch it? It didn't even touch the... Oh, wait, no, that's overnight value area low I'm looking at. Or overnight value area high. I can't select this fucking previous week's value area low to see what it was. 55.25, so that actually didn't even touch the value area low. So there actually wasn't an entry there. If you were entering right off the overnight value area high, got rejected 3 times, rejected 4th time. Yeah, so like I say, that it didn't quite touch it, so depends where you were entering off. That fell a tick short of the previous week's value area low, or at least mine. Didn't quite touch the overnight value area high, but I definitely see what you mean. I would have thought missed the trade by 1 ticket, rejected the node. I still see something down low, not sure for longs. We'll see, Mr. Wiz, we'll see. It could go all the way back down there if it wants to reject that previous week value area low area again, like it did earlier in the session. Since it's kind of in somewhere I'm not really interested in trading, just for the for the minute, it's probably gonna explode any second. But I'm quickly gonna run for a wee. I don't like these days with so much imbalance going up that need to get taken to. Just makes it tough to trade for me. Imbalance is in like fair value gaps, do you mean? So is that like you've coming from like the ICT view? Don't know if you boys can hear that dog, but it's pissing me off again. Woke me up at 7 AM this morning. Just before 7 anyway. Or was that yesterday? No, yeah, that was yesterday. It woke me up at like 6:30. I wake up pretty early anyway though. I literally just wake up naturally at about 7:30 anyway, so I don't know why I'm complaining. High time frame fair, right? Got you. I see so many times where price just drags up when I only took a retrace level trade and I'm done. Yeah. Shut up. I'm gonna open the window and start barking back at him. Dr. Doolittle. I'm my Dr. Doolittle. Sounds like he's digging into the fucking fence. What the fuck's he doing? You think he heard me? Sorry, I just unmuted the stream on my fucking control thing. Just check that everything looks right because it looked wrong for a second. Well, Mr. Wiz, seems you were right. Diego too, with the short from that upside. Like I said, I wanted to see a break there, personally, but I was wrong. Happy to admit it. Because I was under the assumption, well, we'll see what happens when we get to this previous day value low, if we get there, and if we break through it again or not. Oh, not again, if we break through it. Or bounce off of it again. Yeah, I'm only really interested in taking that break I said earlier. At the minute, I don't really want to get fucked around in this area again, so I'll likely not take a trade there. Depending on what this profile looks like at the bottom end, if this can start looking a little bit more interesting, we could take a trade down there, but we need to see how the profile develops. How the profile develops. Very, like, barely looked at the heat map today. Honestly. It really doesn't add as much as a lot of people think. At least for me. Who am I to say? Really need to get my hair cut. I'm getting it cut in a couple of days. I need my glasses to come as well. I've ordered new glasses. I think I said this yesterday. Praying they're here by like Friday. Well, I've got two pairs. Bought a pair that are like blue light lenses, because I think that's the ones I was talking about. Maybe last time I mentioned them on stream, just because I could do with blue light lenses in my prescription. And then I've also got some like transitional lenses, the ones that turn from glasses to sunglasses when I go into the sun. Never had a pair of them before, so that'll be that. I kind of just want them for Thailand, honestly. That's the only order that like and Bali, because they'll be pretty useful there. I've never worn I've never got prescription sunglasses, which honestly I like is very silly. I should, because if I don't wear my glasses, my prescription won't actually get any worse. They told me the other day when I went for an eye test. I was speaking to the optician for a while because he must have had a shitload of coffee. He wasn't showing up, but yeah, he told me that my prescription is one where it is bad when I was a kid, and then as I get older it improves and stabilizes like once I'm an adult. So it's stabilized now, obviously, but it won't get worse if I don't wear my glasses, basically. I'll just get like headaches and shit. Don't know how common that is or not, if I'm like special or not, but Mama always said I was special. I can also see like pretty much like normal, like just as well without my glasses. But it just like really strains my eyes if I do it for too long. Like I'll play sport and stuff like football, or which to you Americans is soccer, or like boxing back in the day, and I would do those sports. Okay, we just got a bit of volatility pop in there. Wow, hello. Yeah, I do sports back in the day and not have to wear my glasses and be able to see fine. Never really questioned it. Okay, so someone has decided to shoot price back up. Was there anything on the heat map? Was like a big order? Not really, but oh my god. Oh my god. Who pulled the plug? How big was that candle on the ass? What was the range on it? 22, basically a 23-point candle. A 23.1 minute candle on ES. Like, what was that candle as on comparison? What was it on NQ? How many points on NQ? An 113, basically. 112.75 point candle in 1 minute. Jesus Christ. That is insane. I'd be so pissed if I was in that short. Yeah. In a short on NQ and you just get a casual 112 point candle against you. Shit. I'm amazed that they haven't done, I mean, yeah, I'm amazed they haven't put those rules in place for like ES and NQ. The prop firms, like Top Stepper's got that rule in place where you can't risk that much on the other ones. But not on the index futures yet. Yeah, crazy market conditions. It's giving me flashbacks to Trump in April or whenever it was. When he just was like tweeting his fucking every thought that popped into his mind about whether to do tariffs or not. Do you remember that long you caught? Well, it wasn't even long, Mr. Wiz, Mr. Dompey. It was an options trade, wasn't it? What percent return? You got like an insane, like once in a lifetime type trade. I remember. I just can't remember exactly what it was. I bet you do though. Options, yeah. Wasn't it like over 1,000% return? It was crazy. I think you went for, you got bought like a long option, whatever it's called. I can't remember all the options terminology again, but I think you bought it the day before, didn't you? And then like that night or that next day or something, Trump did the tariff thing and the market. Oh shit! Need the mic again. Apologies. The market skyrocketed back in April. I think it was April. I can't remember exactly either, but it was over 1,000% in the end. A call, yeah. Insane. You could have won the Robbins Cup in one single trade, Dompey. Yeah, April sounds about right, doesn't it? Like, what was Larry Williams' return? Or Larry Williams is the current record holder, isn't he? Obviously, that's futures, so it's different. What is the, time to load ChatGPT up. I'm asking it what the best return was in the futures. I'm pretty sure it was Larry Williams. Yeah, Larry Williams in 1987. 11,376% return. Says it was luck. The market did for him what the trade did for me. I mean, at that point, when you're getting up to 11,000% returns, like if you say that luck isn't involved, you're kind of just bullshitting yourself. So that's obviously what makes him such a good trader, is he knows that it wasn't just him. He doesn't have as much as an ego as a lot of people. My stop loss, ATR based, is 52 ticks. My standard stop loss is 20. Jesus. Tough markets, I just keep on passing trades. Yeah, don't blame you, Diego, honestly. Really don't blame you. How many points is 52 ticks? 12, 13 points. I wanted to see if there was a options version. Yeah, because more modern yearly results show about 300 to 500% return in a year for futures. So 11,376% is insane. I still remember when ICT did his little Twitter space saying how he was going to beat the Robbins Cup record. He said he was like gonna go above Larry Williams' record and then drop below it out of respect. Ah well, maybe next year. Is there an options version? No standalone division appears. Yeah, that's still crazy. So in that one single trade, Dom P, Like, you did double of what most futures, like the best futures traders in the world, you did 2 to 3x their entire year in a single options trade. Just to give you an idea of how insanely lucky, I mean, you know how insanely lucky you are to have hit that trade. Insane. I bet you that's literally like the winning the lottery ticket, really, realistically, isn't it? It's just a shame you didn't put more money down on it, otherwise you'd be watching this stream from your private yacht with Jeff Bezos. Almost all my QQQ holdings for investments were bought at or near the bottom from a few years ago. I used a monthly volume profile mark. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that is interesting. Options can be insane. Wish I had more in it, yeah. I said I wouldn't take a trade from the overnight value area low sort of level again, and I'm not. I'm just pointing out how funny it is, how like it's just nicely bounced off there. I don't think it would have hit my TP yet though. Still, like in that little bounce. Can't even remember what it was. I'll delete that trade that's at the top of the screen now, since I need it to get back up there before I even start considering that. We are getting pretty D-shaped. Pretty evenly distributed value area. Nicer drop off in volume at the top, so similar to like what Diego's idea was earlier. I like that idea a bit more now, just because there's a more clearly evenly distributed profile now. We had almost like a B-shaped profile before, like that over here. Let's go back and look at it again. Yeah, we basically had like a B-shaped profile, so it's like a D here and then another. That's not really that much, is it? But oh my god, that drop off in volume is crazy. But yeah, so definitely A-rated. My only issue with that one was the like TP target, obviously, because if you're being conservative, you're gonna get in like so let's say you got in like there, and you targeted here. You wouldn't want to target more, really, than the midpoint of this node if you're being safe. Obviously, if you had more balls than me, you could have targeted, like, all the way down there, but for me, I would have only wanted to target the midpoint of that node, which would have given me, like, a very small stop loss for the day. In terms of what the day looks like, I mean. I want to see 6907-ish to start. 6907. Oh, so you want to see this break down lower, got you. I just realised that profile is still stuck over there and not with price. kind of just sitting around in no man's land here for the time being. I might call the stream here, and if I take a trade, I'll whack it in the community because I'm unsure of whether I'll actually get one or not. I will be watching this for the next like 40 minutes or so. I just don't really want to sit around when I don't think it's going to do anything exciting. Wouldn't be surprised if we just get a more consolidated sort of day. We had that one trade that got break even, very unfortunate. 2 ticks away from TP, but what can you do? It did save my ass by going to break even then, because it did turn around and would have hit my stop, so break even did its job. Not mad. If I had sized slightly differently, then it would have been a win, but you can't control variables like that. Hello, Tarun. I am sorry, but you've just joined right at the end of the stream. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. 9:45 a.m. I'm an 18-year-old hustling designer. If I can make 10x. Okay, Tarun, I take it back. You can get the fuck out of my stream. Not interested, pal. Good call on the B again. This PA is risky. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm happy with that. I didn't, like I said, I didn't make any errors in my execution there. So what more can I do? I traded well. But yeah, that's all from me, boys. I will wish you well, and I will go off and... well, won't be going anywhere. I'll be sat here watching this, but I will be going to get some food to eat while I watch it. And yeah, I'll be back 9:45 a.m. New York time tomorrow. Lick my balls. Try to be respectful next time. Pass me a bottle of water. Darren, you came in here begging for money. Get out of here. How do I can't even figure out how to ban him, but oh well. That made me laugh. Anyway, catch you later, boys.